Welcome, Joanne.
Good morning. Welcome back, everyone, after Thanksgiving. I hope everyone had a nice one. Mine was smaller, but nice. I got to have a smoked turkey for the first time, and it was really good. But I think my son-in-law had to get up at 5 in the morning to do it. But anyway, I'll be calling up the functionaries. And the first one, I believe, is Martin, who will be doing the word of the day.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Miss Toastmaster. Our word of the day is actually two words, but it's kind of one word, and it's non sequitur. And in Latin, it means it does not follow. The meaning is it's a conclusion or a statement, but it does not logically follow the previous argument or statement. And so there's dual purpose behind non sequiturs. On one hand, they are fallacious in nature. It means they are kind of distracting, lying, and often cause people to spread inaccurate information. On the other hand, non sequiturs are so wrong, they are funny and comedic. For example, if someone asks you what it's like outside, you reply, it's 2 p.m. Or you can say, Mary bakes the best cakes in town. She should run for a mayor. So those are examples of non sequiturs. I'm going to post it to the chat. Back to you, Miss Toastmaster.
Oh, thank you. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that. Non-secretary.
Non sequitur.
Non sequitur. Okay.
I also, Joanne, I feel like there's a
sequitur.
hyphen somewhere.
Oh.
Would you correctly use a hyphen, non sequitur?
I didn't see a hyphen, but
okay. No hyphen.
Yeah, I didn't see.
No hyphen.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I hope no one today will be non sequitur in everything they say. So next, I'll call up Ranjita to explain her duties as a timer.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. When you give a speech, it's really important to learn to give it within the right amount of time. You don't want to be too short, and you certainly don't want to drag it. So my role is going to be to take the time of every speech. The speeches are, I believe both our speeches are 5 to 7 minutes. The table topics are 1 to 2 minutes. And if we have a story, that'll be about 2 to 3 minutes. What I will do is at the first part of that time, of that range, for example, in the 5-minute time, I'm going to put up the green card, and which means that you've at least met the bare minimum. And I'll flash the yellow card when you've reached the midpoint, like in the 5 to 7 minute. This will be the 6-minute time and milestone, and you want to start wrapping up your speech. And finally, at the 7-minute time, I will put this out. And I will, at the end of the program, I will give everybody their time. I'll give out a report on the times. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Oh. Thank you, Ranjita. The next person I would like to go back to is Martin to explain his duties as the Wizard of Oz.
Thank you, Ms. Toastmaster. I didn't expect myself to be so popular today. I should run for a mayor, I assume. Well, okay. I'm going to count your filler words if you are going to use Oz, like, basically, and such. And in the end of the meeting, I'll provide a report. Hopefully, we can replace those filler words with maybe pause of silence. Let's see. Back to you, Ms. Toastmaster.
Oh, thank you, Martin. The next person I will call up is Chris, who will serve as our general evaluator. Chris.
Today, as general evaluator, I'm going to chair the last third of the meeting. I'm going to do that primarily by introducing the evaluation of the meeting, beginning with specifically the evaluators. So we've got 2 speeches today. So we'll have an opportunity to hear 2 evaluations, the first of which will be a round robin. And the second one, I believe, is Julie is going to provide the second evaluation. Oh, is that right? Wait a minute.
Oh,
Oh, Julie.
Julie had
Okay, yeah,
texted me.
so we do have a second. So Ranjit is giving a second speech, and we don't have an evaluator.
Yeah, Julie.
Give Deanne raising her.
Deanne's raising her. Okay.
Oh, Deanne?
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Deanne. So
Thank you,
I'll
Deanne.
call upon those evaluators, and then as well as the additional functionaries to give a report. And then once the functionaries have given the report of the meeting, I'll give a general evaluation for how the meeting went so that we can use that feedback to continuously improve our meetings. At this point, I would like to call upon Ranjita to give a report of her timing duties. Let's welcome Ranjita.
Thank you, Chris. As I mentioned before, unfortunately, I forgot to take Brian's time, so apologize for that, but I think it was within your 5 to 7 minute range. Deanne's evaluation was 2 minutes and 18 seconds, which is really impressive. Usually, Deanne tends to go a little long. In terms of the table topics, I was, my speech was 6 minutes and 21 seconds. Thank you, Frank, for measuring my time. In terms of the table topics, I was 1 minute and 30 seconds. Frank was 1 minute and 56 seconds. Joanne was 1 minute and 37 seconds. Deanne was 1 minute and 55 seconds. And Brian was 1 minute and 44 seconds. So we all actually did really well with our timing today. Back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thanks, Ranjita. At this point, I'd like to welcome up Martin to report on 2 of his roles. First, Wizard of Awe counting and his word of the day tally. Let's welcome Martin.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. For Wizard of Oz, I must say it was very impressive today. Everybody was really paying attention. I just have 2 cases. One is Frank, who likes like a lot. So Frank, you mentioned it like 12 times, like, and sorry, but it was about your memories, and you described them fantastically and very vividly. And the end you mentioned once, so well, it happens. And when it comes to non sequitur, I just wanted to tell you I saw a squirrel outside, and well, okay, I have to talk about the report. Okay. So non sequitur, the winner is Deanne, who used non sequitur twice, according to my report. Back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you, Martin. Lastly, I'd like to call up Jaime, Table Topics Master, to give a report on the voted table topics.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. And the winner of the table topics today is Frank. Very good, Frank. Back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you, Jaime. So today's meeting, I thought was, first of all, it was a packed agenda with 2 speeches, one of which was a guest. Brian is our Morgan Hill Toastmasters guest, gave a terrific speech that we saw improvement from the last time for those of us that had the pleasure of hearing it the first time. But to kind of go back, we got the meeting kicked off with Dan's story. So it's always great to start a Toastmaster meeting with a terrific story. In this case, provided by Dan. We heard Brian's speech, as I mentioned, was terrific. Ranjita, a second speech. which had contrast from Brian's first. So it was a good, it provided a contrast to hearing two different types of speeches from two different people. And the evaluations, the round robin is always a fun opportunity to do and hear tidbits from different people. So I think that the feedback, I think Brian heard a great range of feedback for his. And then we heard a terrific evaluation from Deanne in Ranjita's speech. The table topics, all of them, I'm happy to hear that Frank won the table topics. I thought that all of them were very thoughtful and entertaining. I really enjoyed both the table topics themselves as brought by Jaime and the responses. And then lastly, the time. If there's any feedback, I think we're doing relatively good, even though it's 8:32. The time when we do have two speeches, I think we've got to figure out a way to throttle that. One of the techniques that we use in general for timing is we could throttle the table topics so that we begin the evaluation portion of the meeting at 8:15. I think when we have two evaluations, as we did today, particularly round robin, we've got to even remember to throttle it back even further. And like I said, in particular, I think we could pull it off with two evaluators that are prompt, but the round robin does take more time by definition. But other than that, terrific meeting. Great job by all.